Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. President Trump is calling for strength and vigilance in the face of what appears to be a terror-related attack on police officers in Paris. One officer was killed and two others seriously wounded today. The attacker was fatally shot by police. French sources say the gunman had previously been flagged as an extremist. Moments ago, we learned that ISIS is now claiming responsibility for the attack. President Trump's comments came during a joint news conference with Italy's prime minister, a news conference heavy on world pressure points, including North Korea and Iran. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off tonight. Good evening, John.
Brett, good evening to you. Today's U.S.-Italian summit was meant to reaffirm the close ties between the two countries and their mutual cooperation to fight the scourge of terror, the need for which was underscored even as the two leaders were talking.
Thank you very much.
Terrorism and global hotspots were high on the agenda today as President Trump met with Italy's Prime Minister Paolo Gentiloni. The president learning of the shooting in Paris as their meeting was wrapping up.
That's a very, very terrible thing that's going on in the world today, but it looks like another terrorist attack, and what can you say? It just never ends. We have to be strong and we have to be vigilant.
The two leaders also spoke about North Korea and Iran. North Korea today issuing a new threat in an official newspaper warning of a, quote, super mighty preemptive strike that, quote, will completely and immediately wipe out not only U.S. imperialist invasion forces in South Korea and its surrounding areas, but the U.S. mainland and reduce them to ashes. The U.S. has so far been able to keep North Korea in check through negotiations with leaders like Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. But Kim Jong-un is much more of a wild card. Do you believe that the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, is mentally...
I have absolute confidence that he will be trying very, very hard.
In his press conference with the Italian Prime Minister, the president also made it clear he remains highly skeptical of the Iran nuclear deal, despite the fact his Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, certified on Tuesday that Iran is living up to the terms of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Do you have reason to suspect that they are cheating on the JCPOA?
They are not living up to the spirit of the agreement, I can tell you that. And we're analyzing it very, very carefully, and we'll have something to say about it in the not-too-distant future. But Iran has not lived up to the spirit of the agreement, and they have to do that. They have to do that.
The president and the prime minister reaffirmed their commitment to work together and through NATO to fight terrorism and the Islamic State. Though when asked if he saw a role for the U.S. in the deteriorating situation in Libya, President Trump indicated he sees a limit to U.S. involvement in global conflict.
I do not see a role in Libya. I think the United States has right now enough roles. We're in a role everywhere. So I do not see that. I do see a role in getting rid of ISIS. We're being very effective in that regard.
Back to the attack in Paris, French President Francois Hollande said he does believe it was an act of terror, and one of the leading candidates in Sunday's presidential primary race, Francois Fillon, says he thinks that campaigning should be suspended, at least for the time being. Brett?
John Roberts live on the North Lawn. John, thank you.